Welcome to your upper body stretch. Hi, friends. I am Katie Arnold. Welcome back to your practice. For today's practice, I am recommending you grab one blanket. You could also use a chunky towel, like a beach towel or something like that, or nothing at all. I really like it for underneath my knees at a later point in our practice. So, depending on what your surface is, this may be a nice to have. So, otherwise, we're going to get started lying all the way down on our backs. So any position on your back that feels nice. My suggestion for today is actually just going to take your feet out nice and wide and knock the knees in towards one another. Arms can rest down by your side. Eyes can soften for a moment. So whether that means just taking a really gentle gaze up towards the ceiling, or if you're comfortable with it and the space that you're in, closing your eyes down entirely. Letting yourself land in this space of stillness and ease. Maybe taking some deeper breaths. Maybe some of those become cleansing breaths with some gentle sighs out of an open mouth. Whatever feels really supportive for you here. And it is up to you if you want to build in any kind of Ujjayi breath today. I might offer up some breath cues throughout our practice, but not in a way that you need to build that Ujjayi breath. So it is your choice if you want any kind of breath pattern or breath control, or if you just want to let the breath flow naturally. My intention for this class today is just to stay really gentle while opening up the upper body. And so as you're ready, you can bring your knees into your chest, take some gentle rocks side to side. And then bring the knees through center. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale, drop the knees over to the left. Right arm can come out. Maybe you shift your gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, let your knees come back through to center. And then just exhale, drop them to the other side. Super easy, super gentle. Letting the breath just support you here. And then on your next inhale, bring the knees back into your chest. And we're going to bring the hands to the tops of the knees. We'll do a little moving Apanasana. So as you inhale, press the knees out, tabletop those shins, and then exhale, pull the knees into the chest. It's a really small movement, but inhale, press the knees out. Exhale, pull the knees in. You might notice a little core engagement start to activate. So inhale, press those knees out. Exhale, pull the knees in. Let's take two more. Inhale, knees go out. Tabletop those legs. Exhale, knees come in. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. It's time to start to take some rock and rolls up and down, moving along the length of your spine. Maybe you enjoy that little massage here. And then make your way to a tabletop position, however works best for you. So wrists are going to come underneath those shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, belly drops, heart shines forward. Exhale, spine rounds. Inhale through your cow pose. Exhale through cat. And take a few more on your own. If you want to take any other movements, if you want to linger, sometimes I like to come up onto fists or tented fingertips and linger in my cat pose. Sometimes I want to take that cow pose a little bit deeper. Nothing is right or wrong. I just want you to listen to your body here. Take one more. Come back through your tabletop position. Keep that left hand down. Inhale, reach that right arm up and open. And then start to thread the right arm underneath the left. Let your right shoulder soften down. So your left hand can stay in front of the face. You can walk it forward towards the top of your mat. Or you could even take that left hand, bring the back of the left hand to the outside of the right hip for a little half bind. Gently bring that left hand back in front of the face, press into the palm. Inhale the right arm up towards the ceiling. Back down to your tabletop position. If you did grab a blanket, go ahead and lay that out on your mat. Forgot to tell you to do that before. So it's just to come right underneath your knees. And then once you have that, step the right foot forward in between your hands. We're coming into a low lunge. So inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. And first we'll set up, this is a an upper body focus class, but we're going to set up that lower body. So right knee is over that right ankle. You might feel a nice stretch in the front of the left hip. That's a bonus. Take a breath in. Exhale, find a bind at your low back. So clasp those hands together. Pull that bind down. Pull the shoulder blades back. Pull that nice stretch through the chest. And you might notice a little core engagement here too. That's also a bonus. And release that bind. Hands come back down to the mat. Make your way back to your tabletop position. We'll take a few more rounds of cat and cow. So drop your belly, lift your gaze, round your spine. And so as we take a few more rounds of this cat and cow, just tap right into what you need. Maybe that's more of what you did before. Maybe you're starting to notice anything feels a little bit different. One more. And come back through that tabletop. Right hand stays down. Inhale, left arm reaches. And exhale, thread it through. So left shoulder comes down. Right hand can stay there. You can walk it forward. Maybe the back of the right hand comes to the outside of the left hip. You tried that half bind on the other side. Maybe you try it over here. And then bring that right hand back in front of the face. Press into the palm. Inhale, left arm goes up. And back down through your tabletop position and step the left foot forward. And so first we find that low lunge. And as you're ready, arms sweep up and overhead. And then find a bind at your low back. Try to take the opposite grip from before. So whatever feels a little funky is the one that you're going to go with this time. Pull the shoulder blades back. Shine that heart forward. Notice the activation in the thighs just to help with stability. And release, hands come down. Make your way back, tabletop position. Take just one round of cat and cow. Come back through your tabletop. Soften your forearms down to the mat. Forearms are going to be parallel with one another. And then just start to walk the knees back until you're in a Sphinx pose. So sliding those elbows underneath the shoulders or working towards being underneath the shoulders. And then pressing the chest forward, shining that heart forward. Legs are extended behind you. One more breath in. And exhale, lower it down. Just shimmy yourself over towards the right edge of your mat. Extend the left arm out of the left shoulder. Left ear comes down. And roll onto your left hip. So we're in our intense shoulder stretch. So you can have your legs stacked like mine are right now, or you might take that top leg, bend the knee, and plant that right foot behind the left leg. And then your right hand is in front of your chest, and you can use it to help kind of guide the body away, making this stretch a little bit deeper, or if at any point it becomes too much, you head to roll back in the direction of your belly, and that'll take some of the intensity away. Two more breaths. And roll back towards your belly. Slide that left hand in and just start to shimmy yourself over towards the left side of your mat. Depending on how much space you have, you may not actually need to slide to the edge of your mat, but given my space today, I need to. So right arm is going to come out of the right shoulder, right ear comes down, roll onto that right hip. Left hand placed down in front of you. Maybe the legs are stacked. Maybe that left leg bends and plants behind the right leg, giving you a little bit more ability to roll back and find your level of intensity. So we're looking for a place that just feels nice. I'm not looking for you to take this too far, a place of pain, get the world's largest stretch. I want you to find a stretch that feels nice. And if you want a little bit more, you roll a little bit further back. If you want a little bit less, you roll a little bit more towards the belly. Gently roll back onto the belly. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Go back to the center of your mat and press yourself up and back to a child's pose. Just a couple breaths. And press yourself up. You can move that blanket out of the way. And we're going to come onto our backs. And for the sake of ease, just start all the way over on the left side of your mat. Extend the legs long. And then reach the arms overhead. We're going to take the feet towards the lower right corner of your mat and the hands towards the upper right corner of your mat. So we're in our banana asana. You can stay just like this. You can cross the left ankle over the right. You can take the right hand, grab onto the left wrist, find a little bit more extension. And this is really just a nice full body stretch. Maybe you specifically bring some awareness to the torso. And gently release. Come back through the center and start to shift yourself over towards the right edge of your mat. Once you get there, extend the legs long, reach the arms overhead, feet towards the lower left corner, hands towards the upper left corner. Maybe left hand grabs right wrist, maybe right ankle crosses over left. Sending your breath up and down the right side body. Not trying to force anything, not trying to take this too deep. Taking the ego out of it and instead seeing if you can just be with your body. If you notice yourself wanting to make some adjustments, needing some adjustments, take them. Don't be afraid to explore a little bit here. Gently release. Bring yourself back through the center and just extend the legs out. Let the arms rest down beside you. Feet can turn out. Palms can face up. Giving ourselves a few moments in Shavasana. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. Wiggle fingers and toes. Bring the knees into the chest. Take some gentle rocks side to side. And roll over onto one side. Finding a fetal posture. One more moment of support here. And pressing into your hands. Meet me in a seated posture. You are welcome to use your blanket and sit on the edge of that if that feels supportive for you. Or just find any seat that works for you. Roots down, crown high. Inhale, sweep those arms out nice and wide. Gather all the goodness we've cultivated here together. Palms meet overhead. Pull those hands down through heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. Om Shanti. Peace. Thank you all so much. I hope that you are feeling more open in your upper body. Things are feeling really nice. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to do so. If there is someone in your life who you think would enjoy this practice, make sure you share it with them. And if you don't have my free daily practice calendar, grab that. The link is in the description below. It gives you a guided meditation or guided meditation or yoga class to do on any given day. And it just takes all the guesswork out of your practice. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you back on your mats for your next practice.